this used to be my bedroom. And this used to be my office. And now I want to turn my bedroom more into my creative playground. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's try to figure it out. So honestly, I want to build this space out to focus less on work and more on fun, curiosity, and creativity. So now I'll have 2 rooms. This one will be the lab, so more left brain and numbers, and then this other one is more imagination and creativity. And together they'll make up sketch studios with my little sidekick Sketch, who's basically my inner child. Now, I'm the type of person that gets really caught up in work, and sometimes I forget to have fun. But throughout this process, I could see myself getting really curious, and immediately, once I started emptying out the bedroom, I started getting more creative, which was one of the main reasons why I wanted a dedicated space for it. Now, the biggest goal of this project was to get the bed out of the way. So the first piece of furniture was the Murphy bed, which is basically a bed in a box, as I struggled trying to lift these boxes. So funny story, when I ordered these off of AliExpress, I put the wrong address. I was so nervous they wouldn't get here, but I talked to the vendor and they assured me, and each of the boxes came one by one. The third piece is here. Let's go. I have all 3 pieces. Okay, so we finally got all the pieces, and I recruited my nephew to help me build it out. Yeah. So first one down. Here we got all this to go. Why are these instructions confusing? Wait. Do we have one? Okay, so as you can see, we were struggling. We had to start over like 3 times, and then we had it flat on the ground, and we had to get it against the wall, but there were the light bulbs of the fan that was in the way. We had to unscrew them. It was dark. He was freaking out. I was freaking out. It was a whole thing. Okay, so several days later, we finally got the Murphy bed up. I was so relieved. But another funny story, so that next night we went out to eat, and then we came back to this. The original anchors that came with the furniture weren't strong enough, so when we came back from dinner, this is what happened. The frame toppled over for the weight, and I was so scared that we'd broken it. The night before, I'd actually slept in the bed, and luckily, this didn't happen. My mom was freaking out. Oh, no, it's okay. It's just this. I was upset for like 2.5 seconds, but once I realized it wasn't broken, I was more concerned about the content. Hold it horizontal, not vertical. Horizontal. Yeah, like a regular camera. Thankfully, we all worked together and managed to get it back upright, but we definitely had to replace those anchors. But these new ones were amazing. They're these butterfly anchors that I've never seen before. These right here were an absolute lifesaver. Never seen this. Spring wing toggle bolt. Okay, but basically you put the wing on at the end of the screw, and then once it goes through the hole, bam, it opens up like this on the other side of the wall. So essentially this will never go through the wall, right? The hole. So you close it to push it into the wall, boom, and then this opens, and then now it is it'll never. This dresser has been in the family for 30 years now. I think it's like 30 years old, and it's gonna stay in the family because I'm getting rid of it, but it's going to my niece. And look, let's just come back. This actually dates it back to where Beauty and the Beast was my favorite, as you can tell. Boom. And then once the bed was built, I started ordering all of the organizational things because, let's face it, my room was a mess. Bulbs I got off Temu. They were absolutely fantastic, super easy to put together, and they were stackable and slidable, exactly what I needed to organize my closet, which was the next space. And cue the music because this was absolutely ridiculous. Starting to get some organization in here. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so this is currently what we're working with. We got boom this side, boom there, boom this wall, and then over here, bam, the Murphy bed. This wall is gonna have this dry erase paint. And then I'm going to be able to use this to write down like my to-do list and the things that I want to do in the future, right? The goals. And then up here is going to be the things that I've done, the experiences that I've had, going to Rome, getting the scholarship, going to Germany, going back home. That was crazy. And then like LA and just like travel and the things that I've accomplished, you know? And then this will show what I aspire to accomplish next. So I think this makes sense to make this wall more like a
like the future. This is where we want to go. And also this is where we've been. So this is where we've been, and then it's also where we want to go. We've already done it. Here's the evidence that it's already been done. Boom, it's right in your face. And then boom, cool. Now where do we want to go next? Because we have the evidence, like we've done the things. So where do you want to go next? Boom. Stop being a drama queen. You look like you're in jail. You're not in jail. It's not too bad. All right, so this was in the box, and we can open this up here. This is super cool. So like that, this comes up, and so this opens up. So this is gonna be for a seat, enough seats for at least. Yeah. And then we get these pillows here. He already knows that he can sit on, and then boom. Today, we're breaking this down. Okay, so the way I envisioned this wall was I have a huge My Little Pony poster that I've been dying to put up, and I really want to make this entire wall just about things that inspire me, about sketch, have some popcorn machine that I've been wanting, my books, and really just to be surrounded by all the cute, cuddly, and colorful. I got this new bookshelf. Bam, here we go. So this is super cool. It's like a floating bookshelf. So as you can see, I have the books here floating, and then you can also use this as a way to put more stuff on top. And then these straps here is what is holding the books and giving it that floating effect. And it's super, super cool. So I can't wait to get it installed. Okay, so got it up, kind of. You know, as you can see, it's not like even, it's not straight on the bottom, and I want it to be straight because I saw this when I bought this, but I'm gonna figure something out to make this look level throughout all the books. But look, it's up! Officially have the pony wall up, and I'm in love. I absolutely love this. I'm not done. There were some other things over here that we couldn't fit onto the wall, but that's okay. It's like the corner, the pony corner. But I absolutely love. This was fun. This was actually really, it was challenging to get up, but I absolutely love the result. And as you can see that it's not just pony, it's also just like fiction. So this is kind of like my fiction corner along with just things that I'm interested in. So I feel like Twilight Sparkle would be so proud. As you can see, boom, there's the library, there's Twilight books. It's hilarious. So remember I said I needed to find something to make these straight? Well, I did, and it doubled as a light bulb for my closet. So I found this really cool light bulb. I don't even know. This contraption here where I can have this plugged in here on the outside of the wall, and then it goes inside. It wraps around these books that I needed to straighten up anyway. So I was able to use that pretty efficiently. And then it slides through my closet door jamb, and then boom, I have a light in my closet that I never had before, and it is all controlled by Alexa. And oh, it did it. I think it did. Whoa. Jesus. I was not ready for that. What the hell? Oh my God. This is the future. This is ridiculous. Okay, operation confirmed. Look at that. It's got this really cool, like, candlelight flickering feature that I just love. This is where we're at so far in the studio. So here's the 360 view. I thought this would look cooler than just like the flat 2D. So anyway, here we are in Sketch Studios. I just connected these smart lights. That was really fun. There wasn't a light in that closet the other night. I did that last night. That was actually really cool. And so everything in here is controlled through Alexa, which I'm really excited about. Those lights there. And so this is the creative space. And this is where all of the art and, you know, working on design and editing and animation and blah, blah, blah. We got the projector down there that we're definitely going to be using for all of those things. And also just for being able to watch movies and stuff. This wall is basically a screen. Don't have to actually buy anything for it. And then over there, it's going to have the popcorn machine. Everything in this room is meant to be mobile. So like This desk has wheels, that has sliders, just got some sliders for this one. So all of this can be moved around, changed around as often as I need to, because I love being able to do that. And also just like, you know, to be able to think. Like that's something that's really important about being creative, is just being able to think about things for a very long time, because sometimes the ideas just don't hit.
I swear, I've been collecting so many things over the years. I just pulled all of this. Look, all of this is brand new, all the things that I need. And then we have more. We still have more. Look at all this. This is like a little store, mini store. Got more stuff. And then this is what I actually need. And then got another one behind it. Bam. Like, bro, I legit just went shopping in my own garage. I totally forgot that I had all this stuff. Look at these cute lights. I've been collecting things over the years because I've been preparing to have my own studio, my own place. So just shelves, lights. Look at this. Even this pillowcase. This cute pillow cover, which is sketch colors. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
Found these at Kivadoo.
I think it's gonna work. Cute. Nice.
Hey.
Let's see. Is it soft?
And I kept finding more lights, which if you know me, you know I'm a lover of RGB. And then I found these really cute lantern lights, which I thought would be perfect for the pony corner, because over here we do not use overhead lights.
So cute. Slowly coming along. Slowly. Boom, let's put this together. And
boom, got my new chair. Okay, so now I was really trying to figure out what my workflow would feel like in here. So I had to move some things around.
Current setup, the current view. I was able to put the computer desk over here. I got my keyboard because I can't like reach if the laptop's down there. And then here's my tablet, laptop, my second screen on the wall here, which I think is going to work out pretty well. And then we have the couch over here whenever we need to just relax. Take a break, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay, and finally I was able to get to the other side of this wall. I'm using the floating shelf here. All right, we got a little popcorn kernel. Literally our popcorn kernel.
Okay, so in this corner, I wanted to do something fun with my nieces and nephews, and I came up with this idea called Sketchmart, and I'm also working on something called Sketchbucks, where they can use this fake currency to buy things in the studio. It's still a work in progress, but I think it'll be really interesting. Okay, so we're finally done. Here is the whole wall with all the lights. I love this so much. I'm gonna be putting up sketch stuff down here, and then we'll figure out what's gonna go on the bottom, but so far, update, we got a new popcorn machine, and it's way better than the other one. This is actually an oil-based popcorn maker. I got these cute containers at the antique store. And me and my nieces enjoyed our first movie night. It was so much fun. Oh my God, I could absolutely get used to this. Okay, so this wall is dedicated to Sketch, and he's an original character that I created years ago. He's really near and dear to me. He's like my inner child. And throughout the years, my nieces and nephews have continued asking me questions about him, and I felt like, maybe I should answer those questions. So that's part of the reason why I've created this studio in the first place. And of course, you can't have a studio without a mini fridge. And I was so excited for this to get here. Yay! And then this wall was to remind me of all the things that I have accomplished, because I am not really great at acknowledging these things. So I thought that this was a good reminder to have up. So here it is. I tried to keep it pretty simple.
Okay, so my iPad is like glitching out right now, so I couldn't draw. So then I thought, well, how am I supposed to draw the wall, like the concept? And then I thought, wait, let me just move the projector from here to here, and then boom. Now, oh my God, and I just love, like, when I look at this wall right now and I just see Sketch Studios and it's kind of like framed really cool, my heart, I love it so much. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited, and I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful, and I can't wait. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, the point is that now I can actually draw on the wall without drawing on the wall. So it's actually going to be better than using the iPad. So boom. Okay, so one of the finishing touches to this room was to add dry erase walls. I actually have that in my office now, and it's really helped with my structure, so I knew I wanted to include it in this room. And then I had a bunch left over, so I thought, why not just paint the Murphy bed? It has a nice middle gray color, and I can absolutely envision myself and the kids drawing on this thing.
Now we're gonna test. I'm gonna test this out here. Oh my god, for a second I thought it wasn't gonna erase. I was like, oh shit. But it does. Sweet. And a little off. I couldn't see it from this angle, but you know. There's sketch. Okay, I couldn't help myself, and this is a project that I've been wanting to work on, and I just wanted to experiment with seeing it on the wall, and then I thought, it'd be cool to see it animated. So I experimented with that, and then my nieces and nephews came over, and I told them that the train carts were different dimensions, and of course, they started drawing. Look, there's sketch, different dimensions in the cart, and then they even started drawing him over here on the Murphy bed. All of them were getting involved. I have 5 nieces and nephews, and even my oldest nephew, who is 16 years old, was drawing on this Murphy bed, and it was so freaking cute. And what's really cool about this is this was collaborative, right? I drew the outline, so this was an outline. It was black and white, and it was kind of like a coloring page. I guess that's kind of how they treated this. They literally treated this like it was a coloring page. And what we're gonna do with this, matter of fact, is I'm gonna actually turn this into an animation. I'm gonna turn this into a story. Okay, and this is the finishing touch. So they're pillowcases that I'm gonna design with sketch, but it'll be in the next video. All right, we're finally here. We're finally done, or at least for now. This is as far as I'm gonna get. I've been dragging this on for so long. It feels like. Okay, so this was before, just a few months ago, and now it's April. Okay, and I started this in November, I think it was. So this is where we're at with the studios. The last finishing pieces were the pieces were these pillows right here, which I freaking love because it's all sketch and it's so cute. This is probably my favorite part of the studio, is just being able to sit here, relax, think, work. And then also work with the screen right in front of us. So like I can mirror my phone. Like I can literally just work from my phone, which is cool because I'm usually working in CapCut if I'm editing video. And I can just work, bam, from here. I love this place. Like it is so efficient and there's so many things that I was able to fit in here. I could have never imagined this. Like I could have never I couldn't imagine where each piece was gonna go. Obviously I had a vision for this place, for this space, right? Because that's what it is. That's what I've realized too, is it's not just a studio, right? The studio is this room, it's the lab, right? It's everything up here. I'm so glad that I decided to do this and I didn't stop, right? It's April and I could have just been like, oh my God. Or I could have decided that, you know what? Here it is, because that was something else that happened in the middle of this process, was like, what am I gonna do now? But I'm already doing it, right? And this was actually a huge inspiration for me. So I'm ready to just start work. I've already been working on projects. I can't wait to share those projects with you guys. There's literally like 4 or 5 projects in the works right now. And I can't wait to get those videos up. And just to see what we can create in the future, right? The whole, like, what I can commit to and what I can say with absolute certainty is I don't know where we're going. I don't know where this Sketch Studios is, the whole process. I don't know. All I know is that I am here on the journey and I'm going to show up every day, and I do anyway. And just like the train, like, we're just going to jump on the train and we're just going to go on this journey and go from one train cart to another, and we're going somewhere. I don't know exactly where that is, but if you're here for it, I'm here for it. I'm gonna be here for it anyway, regardless if you're here or not. But if you want to join on in the journey, well then welcome. And I'm excited and I can't wait. And okay, now I'm hungry.